dog. Through the wilderness. What? Neither are. Alright, so we'll look for the other bunchy locations too. Not on a horse. The game is very insistent on horses for some reason. I think there was one closer to the waterfall. Take that, sheep. Could be wrong. But we'll go find out. And presumably there would be one higher on the mountain too. So we'll head back up to the peak after that. Are you gonna be interested in Red Building? Oh. Mentioning random dogs. And they're all the same dog in reality. I don't know what Gray needs to be protected from. To be perfectly honest. Right up to the falls anyways. Is that really the best way to go up here? I guess it works. I was gonna take the wider turn and then jump into the waterfall area, but this works too. This is more direct, I guess. Feels a little slower though with all the tight turns. Alright. Yep, here we go.
Okay.
Punching, jumping off of everything. I mean, I'm not scared of bungee jumping off this thing, because I've just straight up jumped off the thing before. Yeah, how do you get up here? Who? This is a long one. I don't know how this compares to the others, actually. Pretty sure this is... I'm not sure how tall this is compared to the other places, to be honest. Let's try to go for a better score. There we go. If I really wanted to be crazy, I could try to get 0 feet on all of them, since that's apparently possible, but I'm not going to bother. Wonderful.
Amazing!
And we'll head up the mountain now. See, I would imagine there is another one towards the top there. I feel like you might be able to do like a circle around the entirety of the perimeter of this place. I don't know if that's really something I want to do. Okay. in remembrance of this guy's wallet. Oh. It's not as interesting as I thought it would be. And you'll think the higher you go up a mountain, the more you'd have to drop off of? Not really in this case. This is weirdly low detail. No, that's not very good. This is very low detail ground here. It's weird that they have you zooming in very close to the ground here when it doesn't look like something they intended for you to get close to. Oh well. Yeah, I feel like the drop should have gotten bigger the further you go up the mountain, but here we are. Alright. There's a bunch of jumps down. So now there are only a couple left to do in the snow resort. And then we'll finally be done with that activity. See how that's just kind of this weird kind of cross-resort activity. Lower, more like, but yes. I think I'm satisfied. Ooh. There was that guy that said the true peak was on the other side or something like that. I never quite understood what that guy was saying. I feel like I already found the true peak of the mountain, because it was slightly out of the way. What's up with bumps here? Jeez. That'll ruin your suspension. It's this guy right here that says it. I'm talking to that ram. Get out of the way, ram. Thank you. Hey, take the road past the rock on the other side of the lake. There are lots of rocks here. Which side is other side? That's what I don't quite follow. Oh no, you can't quite go in a full circuit, because because going down from here means taking the kayak. So in theory, I guess you could go around the whole perimeter, but not in one vehicle. But that makes you... Wait, no, I already did find the last treasure chest, never mind. So yeah, never mind what that guy says, I guess. Not really sure what it is he could be talking about. Yeah, sideways. Thank you, Ram. Well, I'll go down this way. Ah! Let's take a photo. That works really well with that hat. It really does. I think we have all the photos in this area now too, actually, now that I think about it. In both day and not daytime. We checked a couple episodes ago that we had them all during daytime. Alright, so... Life around the track, that's the main thing I'm wondering about. Also, what are the different vehicles here? So the vehicles you have available here are this thing, the car, the horse, and the kayak. So what things might you do on each of those to get a gold key? That's the question right now. So this is an interesting area too. It's just this odd little open area. Doesn't really seem to have anything to it. I guess lap around the track could mean going around like the entire... The only kinds of tracks I see here are the railroad tracks. I guess. You know, it'd be weird if the game just wanted you to just like blindly drive in a circle around this whole thing. Wouldn't it be? Yes, we did. If we did want to do that, we could. We could try. Even though that's gonna be a weird way of spending our time. Let's start first from one of the stations. And you can start at that station, go around in a circle back to that station. Not sure why it's lagging intermittently here. I don't know if the game would prefer you like staying really, really close to the track the entire time, or what, if that was actually the thing. The thing is, it's just really long. That's what was surprising about it, if that was the way of getting the great performance. Well, not great performance, the gold key, the star. Because normally they're just like small individual things you have to do. Not something where you do something as long as this. We can try it. It'll be more exciting than actually riding the train through this whole thing anyways. I am a little disappointed by the transportation in this game. You don't really need it though, because the game gives you quick ways of getting around. In Wii and Snowboard, in the first two games, you needed some way of getting up the mountain. Because you could really only go down under your own power. But here, in this game, you already have ways of going up. Whenever there's an up to go to, at least. You already have ways to quickly getting from one place to another, so it's just that much point, it feels like. And they're so weirdly interspersed and whatnot. The means of transportation. Now the big tunnel. I don't know what lap around the track could be otherwise though if it's not this, because and this is the only track I know of any sort. We've done approximately a lap at this point, but depends on how the game keeps track of it. It could make sense that you actually have to start down by the dog's just staying here. You actually have to start by the station. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll take it. So we still have one more great performance to do, which I believe is share your ride with someone special. That is still pretty cryptic. The best... I should not have tried to pass there. The best I can really come up with is that the kayak... Oh, that one already did, don't you worry. The kayak... What are you doing standing on there? The kayak allows you to have passengers with you. Shoot. I'm curious if there's some way you could exploit that mechanic. Oh, it felt really cool if I got a star for that just now. But we already got that star, unfortunately. do kind of want to listen to this.
Gucci River, one of the rivers fed by the waters of Lake Tremelia. You can have fun riding the rapids rafting here. It's great for guests who are looking for an exciting extreme sports challenge.
Bye. Okay. That took me to the other side of the... No. Okay. Now then, though, I guess... if we want to do stuff on the kayak, the next place to go is actually back to the top of the mountain. And then from there, we can try things out. I don't think, and all I know to do otherwise is... Yeah, there's the one great performance. And we don't have any of the gear stuff yet. I don't know what to do on the horse. The obvious thing to do is if you're doing something that can do tricks, if you're using something that can do tricks, is to do tricks. You get a big combo or something like that. But unfortunately, that's not an option here. Nothing here does tricks. It should all be easy. Normally it's normally there's no difficulty in figuring out what to do with these different vehicles. Usually it's just being told, okay, get all these points or whatever, and you just do that, and that's all the challenge. But it's awkward here because I haven't unlocked any of them yet. It's not... Discovering them is not usually part of the challenge, because they're usually straightforward things you have to do. But that's a little bit different this time somehow. So I guess, right now, I don't know what else I can do in the car either. Part of this could be that I'm just not using other vehicles much too. I don't know what I could do in the car to get a gold, or to get a star, to be honest. The horse... I'm not really sure what I would do to get stars in any of these. But we're not going to get any stars in the kayak if we're not in the kayak, so... I figure let's just do that. Let's actually go down the river in the kayak this time too, since I tend not to do that. Also, there's this thing here. I don't think anyone would care. I don't think anyone would care right here if I went up this thing in a horse. On a horse. I never actually have done that. Whoa. I could just randomly walk up this thing in a horse, I guess? On a horse? Horse language. Go, horse, go. Horse collisions are a little bit weird when you're in the air. Yeah, that didn't really accomplish much. I'll get to the peak and then we'll cut the episode there. I don't remember how many more episodes we have this week, either to record. But we'll have to make it work somehow. But next episode I think we'll just see what we can do experimenting on the river with the, with the kayak. Also, this is not the only route you can take in the kayak either. There's another one on the east side of the mountain too, the one that goes down the waterfall. I never actually have gone upstream there, I don't think. I don't know where you come from in the kayak there. So we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.